Well, we're in Plush and there's no gas.
Adventure! Holy hell, that thing is steep. Junkety-doo-dah, junkety-ay. What have we here? Oh, another enormous valley with lots of rocks. Wasn't expecting that to happen.
Damn. Well, it is just after 6 a.m. The mosquitoes are swarming like nobody's business over at camp. Trav's just getting moving. Tim's still asleep. I'm covered in crap from the dusty, sunscreeny disaster yesterday. So I'm getting in this hot spring because there's nobody over here. No, not the worst morning at camp I've ever had. It almost makes up for the mosquitoes. Well, yesterday was eventful. Hopefully you saw part 1 of our Oregon BDR adventure. Trav got a little overheated after a lot of excessive exertion in the desert and was in a bad place for a while out there in the desert. So it's been 90 degrees every day. It's going to continue to be 90 degrees. Yesterday was a 150-mile desert section and it was a little rough. So we didn't even make it to the end of section 1. We're here at the Heart Mountain Hot Springs campground, which is not terrible, as you can see. And we're looking forward to an easier, more exciting day today, hopefully. Less exciting in a bad way and more exciting in a good way. But while I'm sitting here chilling, relaxing along the way of our Oregon BDR adventure, I thought it might be a good time to tell you about a way that you can have a relaxing Oregon BDR adventure if you so choose. So our friends at Ride Adventures, who you may remember from the Mexico series and the training I did last summer, they just launched an Oregon BDR tour. And they're also the sponsors of today's video. So if you want to come do the Oregon BDR, they have 2 options. They have the guided supported, so you have a support truck moving your gear from stop to stop. The campgrounds are pre-planned ahead of time, and there's a couple hotel stops in there too, so you can get a shower, get your devices charged, and do all that. They also have a self-guided version where you still have the support truck. So I don't know if you remember Shai, the support truck driver from the Mexico series. He was amazing. We had a few mishaps, and they were all handled, and the rest of us got to continue on our journey and enjoy the trip. And it was just really fantastic to have that support. So there's lots of ways to do a trip like this BDR. One of them is to be out here on your own like us. That's certainly an option. But if you have a group that you want to go out on and you want that support and the planning logistics, that's one great way to do it. And it's probably the best way if you're coming from somewhere else in the country. So if you don't live local enough to just ride here on your own bike or whatever, you can literally fly into Redmond, Oregon, get an Uber to Bend or whatever, which is 20 miles, get the motorcycle that you rented from them, and then the whole tour is Bend to Bend. So you start in Bend, you ride down to Lakeview, and then you do the whole BDR to Hood River, and then you ride back to Bend, and then you get to the airport and you fly home. You don't need to rent a car or anything in between. You can do the whole thing, come in, do the whole trip with them. So I highly recommend that option. I'm going to link that tour for you in the description. Just a huge thank you to Ride Adventures for sponsoring this episode, today's journey, this video, and helping make the trip happen. So thanks, Tyler. Thanks, Eric. Thanks, everyone at Ride Adventures. You're all rock stars. Check out the website. Oh my God. I'm a mosquito buffet now. Again, they found me. I don't know how, but they found me.
How you feeling, Trav? Ready to ride hard and fast and have a great time?
I absolutely am not.
Well, I just wanted to introduce you to the Ninja we brought with us, and also all the damn mosquitoes, because holy hell, I'm gonna try to enjoy some coffee. Have some blood left in my body when I start riding in a while. A campground visitor. That is a big deer, but we are in the refuge. Tim's mosquito avoidance procedure is novel, but coffee, it's innovative. Like priorities.
It's innovative.
There it is. That's the word I was not thinking of.
Well, we are very tired of the massive swarm of pterodactyl mosquitoes, so we're going to hit the road, try to get to Plush, and hopefully we can get gas. If not, our plan is, well, it's going to have to change significantly, but there's reports that the Plush gas pump isn't working and there's only one, so we got to go find out because I don't have that much range left. I only have as much as I do because Trav carried fuel for me yesterday, so big thanks to him. This is a beautiful campground, but only if you bring a mosquito net for your whole body. Otherwise, the natural beauty is diminished somewhat by the wildlife. You ready to go, Tim? All right, bye-bye Hot Springs. Back on the road to Plush. Let's get there. Day 2.
Well, we're in Plush, and there's no gas, and there's also no gas in the Dell, which means we have to go to Lakeview. 40 miles. We're here at the Heart Mountain store in Plush, Oregon, which is supposed to be the only gas stop in this part of the route. At the end of section 1, obviously we've stretched our fuel capacity to the limit over the 150-mile section, and their gas pump is broken. And the next closest town is Adel, which is 20 miles away. They're out of gas, so we are gonna have to go to Lakeview to get gas. Tim wisely looked at the route. Tim wisely. I don't use those two words together very often, but he looked at the route and was like, we have to go to Lakeview anyway. We may cut out a part of section 2 instead of backtracking twice, but that's supposedly the fast, easy part anyway, so we're just gonna go right into the worst part of section 2 after we get to Lakeview to get gas. There was a nice guy in an overland rig here who gave us his extra gas, so I think I have enough fuel capacity to get there. We've just been lucky, and again, one of the things that astounds me when we take these trips the most is just the kindness of strangers, the way that, you know, if you're in a bind, if you need something, someone's always there to help out. We're gonna have to improvise a little. I hate not riding the actual route. Like, that bothers me more than it should, but the point is to get from Southern Oregon all the way to Hood River, mostly off-road, and we're gonna do as much of the route as we can, and it is nice to maybe skip parts of it, so when you come back, you get to see something new. But Trav's hurting. We're gonna get him some food. We're gonna reevaluate from there, and our biggest priority, obviously, is making sure that Trav is feeling good and safe and sound and confident, so whatever adjustments we have to make, we're more than willing to make. Trav, how are you feeling today?
I am still in survival mode.
So we're hoping, he got a big old chicken fried steak coming. We're hoping that'll, I think he needs to eat because he's just been losing things out of his body and not putting anything in. Anyway, the food's here. Thought I filmed all this already, but the camera's being done. It's delicious. Make sure that you stop into the Heart Mountain store.
I would stop here anyway.
Yeah, the lady's been very, very, very accommodating and helpful, and she's going to let us fill up our waters, which is good because we have none left. We're going to start strong. Today's going to be a whole nother day.
Stomach full, Cactus Canteen mostly full, hydration pack full, gas tank as full as it's gonna get. Getting back on the road to Lakeview in our improvised version of section 2. Trav has made the decision wisely, I think, to skip section 2 entirely and ride ahead to Christmas Valley and meet us there. And I think in his condition, that's a good idea. It's a good call. He's a good guy. And we'll see him when we get to Christmas Valley. But first, 40 miles of highway to get back to the route for us. But I'll spare you more highway today. Anyway, we're back off-road. We're back on the route. I'm annoyed about the desert. We lost Trav, but I think he made the absolute right call, so I'm really glad he did. I was going to try to encourage him. He's not doing that macho shit, which I appreciate. Not a shade tree in sight, baby. Never seen that Abert Lake before. I didn't know that was out here, but that's a huge lake with a bunch of salt flats on this end. So this whole gas thing that we had to deal with, perfect example of why it would be great to have a support truck, and why that Ride Adventures tour, though it costs a little more, is a great way to do it, especially if you're coming in from somewhere else, because the support driver could have just driven to Lakeview and got us gas and met us here, or wherever. And we wouldn't have had to do this whole rigmarole. It can make your trip is definitely going to go smoothly when you have a support driver like that. And I recommend it. Yeah, bro, let's do it. Let's do it. My love is making music with my friends. I can't wait to get on the road again. Yep, seeing some sandy. Oh yeah, yep, actual sand. Look at that. Finally hitting it. We found the sand. Oh yeah. Not too bad here, but we just went through a really thick patch of it. Knew it was out here. Lots of half-buried rocks on this sand. It's annoying. It's like Pinch Flat City. Found some chunk. The road is definitely getting a little bumpier, you might say. Oh, I see a lot of sand up there. A lot of it. Ooh, chunky soup. told you there was sand up here. It doesn't look bad yet. It's not bad at all. So far, anyway. Well, we're down here in and among the dunes, so there will be more. There will be more. Oh, this bike is crushing it, dude. It's so good. So good. Paul, your suspension is impressive. Impressive, dude. I'm not for sure he was going to jump that with me. He did not. Section 2 has been much easier. Admittedly, we're only doing the second half, or the second 2/3 really. Not bad out here. Not bad. Oh yeah, that's some chunk. Damn it, Tim, now I can't see. Yeah, we're climbing. It's always on the up and down until you get this chunky. See when I said that thing about it not being that bad? And what immediately happened? Yeah, that's how it goes. That's why you just don't say things. You just keep your mouth shut. Rocks, sand, rocks. It's almost like desert out here. Sand, rocks, sand. Gonna go jumping up in the air. Chunk, intersection. Ooh, here's some sand. Hell yeah. That's legit sand. Oh, yes it is. Yes it is. Ooh, with ruts. My favorite. Infamous cattle guard is up here somewhere. We're close to it. Rocks into sand, into rocks, into sand. Yeah, the suspension is good. It's so good. Worth every penny. Sand. Oh yeah, it is. Oh yeah, it is. That's sand. I don't want to fucking navigate this stuff blind. It's too many huge rocks that you don't want to nail and not know they're there. Oh my god, chunky. Campbell's chunky soup. Look at this. Real chunky. Oh, that was a huge pile of cow shit he just obliterated. I gotta see a slow-mo replay of that. That's funny. Oh yeah, there's a lot of chunk on this end. A lot of chunk. Very chunky. There's the cattle guard. The infamous cattle guard. So you see it at the end of this long sandy stretch, and then BAM! Big ass steep ramp. Crazy. Yeah, it's like you come around a corner and you're like bombing through, and this cattle guard is 2 feet high. Yeah, that thing's nuts. Yeah, okay, it's not as steep as it looks, but sand, air, land and sand, interesting. That's the cattle guard. Decided there have been enough disasters on this trip already. We're just going to ride over this and not jump it with our fully loaded bikes. But, you know, those of you who do, kudos to you. I just film it and tag me, please. That's all I want. And we're off! Adventure! Holy hell, that thing is steep. Damn, dude, that was something. That was something. What a guy is Tim. What a guy is Tim. See, I was complaining about the sand not being deep before, and now it is. Fun times. You wonder how the Tusk D-Sports do in sand. The answer is quite well. They've been very pleased with them. Really like these tires. I think I just tagged my linkage. I felt a very hard hit in a very weird place. Yep, chunk. Lots of chunk, lots of chunk, lots of chunk. Chunkity doo-dah, chunkity yay. My oh my, what a chunky ass day. Plenty of chunky coming my way. Chunkity doo-dah, chunkity yay. Holy shit. Here's some real sand. What have we here? Oh, another enormous valley with lots of rocks. Ooh, Tim got the sandy line that time. Ooh, this is fun. That is a sharp rock, dude. Don't want anything to do with that. Oh, that's a little sharper corner than we were expecting. We're both like tensing up. I could see it. Like, oops. Wasn't expecting that to happen. Oh, it's really hard to see the big rocks when they're covered in sand. Oop. Okay, too much dust. Too much dust. There we go. Cleared it. See all the way to Christmas Valley, which gotta mean we're close to Christmas Valley. Using context clues, I conclude that we are close to Christmas Valley. Whoa! Oh! 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 You okay, Tim? You all right? Okay. You having too much fun, buddy?
You got it on camera?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. He's okay.
Yeah, I just came out of the cab.
Also, look at this giant loop bag he just crashed on. Nothing, dude. Just dusty. Oh, all right. First crash. Tim is fine. Bike looks good. The bag is no worse for wear. Just screwing around, having too much fun on this loose. It's like hard pack with like a thin layer of gravel, so it's real slippery. And he almost saved it. That was close. I'm gonna give him half a point for that. And anyway, there's Christmas Valley, so that's where we're going. And never a dull moment when you ride with this guy. That's why we wear gear, kids. Sounds like this whole part of Oregon had real trouble with planning ahead for the 4th of July. They're out of regular gas here too. Well, I'm gonna offer to get this one, but it's not because I'm a cheap ass and I know we only need half a gallon each. It is my turn. Trav is at a restaurant. We're gonna go meet him after we gas up.
We are here in Christmas Valley, completed at least the part of section 2 that we did, which is about half. Took us a while, and we got here, and Trav, who has not been feeling well and left us for the second half of today, had booked 2 hotel rooms. So we're staying at in luxury here in Christmas Valley tonight. Trav's really still not feeling great, so I think the rest this afternoon rather than trying to ride out and find a campsite is probably good for him. And of course we're trying to keep the group together, so we're gonna hang out. And I took a shower and that was amazing, so that was not a treat I was expecting to get on this trip. And we're just gonna hang out tonight, see how Trav feels in the morning. I'm worried we may lose him, so let's hope that we don't. Cross your fingers and send good wishes to Travis for a speedy recovery, but it's starting to seem like maybe it's more than heat exhaustion, because he should be feeling better from that by now. So I don't know. But that would mean just me and Tim again, which maybe we're cursed and anyone that goes with us doesn't get to finish with us. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. But the bikes are definitely broken in. Very dusty. We had a lot of dust today. But let's see what the boys are up to. Boys, what are you up to? I came in here to see what you're up to. Travis sleeping in my bed, so Great. Tim's showing us his good side. Yeah, it's gonna be really good content tonight, I feel like, so stay tuned. You know, quaint is not a word that I use often. It always seems a little condescending to me, but this is a very quaint hotel room. So, it is a slow evening. Trav is still not feeling great. There's a solid chance we lose him tomorrow, but we will find out for sure in the morning. So we're just hanging out here so that he can rest and recuperate and get into some air conditioning. He actually went to bed already at like 6:30, so he's really not feeling well. So Tim and I are just chilling, cleaning up some gear and kind of making plans for tomorrow. If it's just us for finishing the route. So this video is a little shorter, but the riding today was awesome, and I think I got some really good footage of it, so hopefully that makes up for it. Make sure that you pop over to the Ride Adventures site and check out their version of this tour. So it's actually appropriate that I'm sitting in a hotel room because their tour includes hotels, not every night. So it's like hotel camp, hotel camp, hotel camp. And so you'll get to stay in quaint places like this. Full service, nice to have a supported ride. Recommend you check it out if you're thinking about coming into the Oregon BDR from somewhere else in the country. But Tim and I think, are going to call it a night here real soon and get real rested up and caught up. Honestly, I'm super tired. Like, the riding today was very fun, but I'm exhausted. Like I said in the first video, I did not do a good job of preparing physical fitness wise for this trip. I'm tired. That's a long way of saying I'm tired. So we're gonna rest up, hit the trail hard tomorrow. We got one more 100-mile section tomorrow from Christmas Valley to Sun River, and then we're into what I like to call civilization. Sun River to Detroit is really my wheelhouse. That's where I have ridden a ton. Nice thing about once we're done tomorrow is that we're getting into a lot of familiar territory, which is nice because I know where the good breweries in Bend are, and I know where the campgrounds are, and I know where I can pick up supplies if I need them. Like, this route has so much variety because for the first 3 days, it's like you're riding through Death Valley. There's not really any stores in the... I mean, we got screwed today because 2 places were out of gas. And then we got here to Christmas Valley, and they don't even have regular gas, just premium, which is fine because that's what we're running, but it's just like, that's the kind of thing that can happen when you're this remote. We're looking forward to getting through tomorrow, getting in some cooler temps because there will be trees and less desert after tomorrow. But I also just read on the internet that tomorrow is, Section 3 is 3 and 7 are among the hardest. And this is not an easy route to begin with. So we're gonna rest up, be ready for the challenge, and hit it hard tomorrow. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the other videos in this series. Check out part 1 if you haven't. Just want to thank Tim and Trav for being here. Our sponsor for this video, Ride Adventures, for helping make this trip happen, putting together what is, I think, the only full-service tour that you can take on the very route we're riding right now. Check out their website, I'll link in the description. Thank you all for watching, and please do not forget to be excellent to each other. Oh, thank you. Trav is leaving us today.
This is so much better. We found that sand I kept hearing about. Here's some chunky. Ooh, boy. More sand. This is a lot of sand, dude. Oh my god.
Look, the special guest we've all been waiting for. It's the graceful Renagade. This looks like the set of a movie I watched once.
You should skip this part.
Definitely put that after the credits. Oh, I just spilled beer all over the bed.
Excellent!